हेलो एवरीवन, हाउ आर यू ऑल। आई नो सब बहुत बोर हो गए लॉकडाउन के चक्कर में। तो लॉकडाउन के चक्कर में सब बोर तो हो गए, बट एक प्रॉफिट है कि हमारे पास ऐसी टेक्नोलॉजी है जिसके थ्रू हम हमेशा से कनेक्टेड रहते हैं। सो अ वेरी वार्म वेलकम एवरीवन who are present here. So first let me introduce myself. I am Ujjwal Mishra, आज के लिए आपका होस्ट। तो अभी वुड लाइक टू टेल यू कि आज का सेशन होने वाला है, ये सेशन यूआई यूएक्स पे बेस्ड है एंड आई एम प्रीटी श्योर अबाउट दिस कि ये सेशन आप सबके लिए बहुत ज्यादा बेनिफिट होने वाला है। But before we start, I would like to tell you that this webinar is presented by Divspace in association with Sandeep Foundation, Sandeep Polytechnic. अब ये सब तो हो गया। अभी आज इस वेबिनार में जो दो स्टार्स हमारे साथ जुड़ने वाले हैं, दो स्टार्स मतलब आज के हमारे स्पीकर्स, जो कि दो स्टार्स के लायक ही है। तो वो जो दो स्टार्स हमारे साथ जुड़ने वाले हैं, उनका मैं एक शॉर्ट इंफॉर्मेशन देने वाला हूँ। अब मैंने इसे शॉर्ट किया है, वैसे तो बहुत बड़ी इनकी इंफॉर्मेशन है, बट स्टिल आई हैव मेड इट शॉर्ट सो दैट यू गाइस कैन रिलेट विद इट। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट। सो जो सब हम यहाँ पे दो सेशंस करने वाले हैं, और दो सेशन में सबसे पहला सेशन होगा, वो सेशन होने वाला है मिस्टर फैजूर रहमान का। अब मिस्टर फैजूर रहमान, अभी इनके बारे में थोड़ी सी इंफॉर्मेशन देना चाहता हूँ। ही इज फाउंडर ऑफ फैजूर एकेडमी। साउंड्स गुड लाइक फाउंडर। इज फाउंडर ऑफ फैजूर एकेडमी एंड ऑल्सो दिस इज द वेरी मेन पॉइंट, एंड ऑल्सो इज नोन बाय हिज क्रिएटिव डिजाइन एक्सपीरियंसेस। बहुत ज्यादा एक्सपीरियंस है उनके पास क्रिएटिव डिजाइन्स का। उसके बाद एक सबसे बड़ी इंटरेस्टिंग फैक्ट या फिर इंटरेस्टिंग पॉइंट जो उनके बारे में मुझे लगी, और आप सबको भी लगेगी डेफिनेटली, कि he is having 30k plus followers on Instagram. Can you guys believe it? 30k followers on Instagram. And one more thing, उनका YouTube चैनल भी है जिसमें से मैक्सिमम ऑफ द वीडियोस हैविंग व्यूज ऑफ 250k plus. Can you guys imagine, like 250k views on YouTube video? Sorry. The Wonderful, DB Market, Van Cortex are some of their clients. ये सारे इनके clients हैं. So ये थी information about Mr. फैजूर रहमान। अब ये जो सेशन होने वाला है, सबसे पहला सेशन मिस्टर फैजूर रहमान के होने वाला है। उसके बाद जो सेकंड सेशन होगा वो होगा मिस्टर कार्तिक मिश्रा। नाउ इट साउंड्स क्वाइट गुड, नो मिश्रा मिश्रा, आई एम आल्सो मिश्रा। सो थोड़ा सा ऐसा ब्रदर वाली फीलिंग आ रही है। सो जो सेकंड सेशन होने वाला है वो सेशन होगा मिस्टर कार्तिक मिश्रा। अब थोड़ा इंफॉर्मेशन देना चाहता हूँ कि कार्तिक मिश्रा करते क्या है। सो ही इज अ सीईओ एंड को-फाउंडर ऑफ द क्लेवरस्पेस। क्लेवरस्पेस एक कंपनी है, उनके उसके वो सीईओ हैं एंड को-फाउंडर हैं। ओके, उसके बाद ही इज ऑल्सो नोन एज द सीनियर यूआई यूएक्स डिजाइनर। आई रिपीट, he is also known as the senior UI and UX designer. I think आप सबको उनके डिजाइन जरूर चेक करने चाहिए, बिकॉज मैंने देखे और मुझे बहुत ज्यादा पसंद आया। तो अब जो सबसे इंटरेस्टिंग बात मुझे अपने कार्तिक भाई में लगी है कि इनके जो क्लाइंट्स हैं दे आर वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग। आई थिंक यू ऑल हैव हर्ड अबाउट हीरो। जिसके बाइक्स होते हैं वो इनके क्लाइंट रह चुके हैं, जीपो इनके क्लाइंट रह चुके हैं, इस्कॉन अपग्रेड, ये सब जो है ये सब इनके क्लाइंट्स हैं। तो ये थोड़ी बहुत इंफॉर्मेशन थी जो मैंने आप लोगों के सामने रखी है इन दोनों के बारे में, और आई एम क्वाइट श्योर दैट आप लोगों को ये सेशन बहुत ज्यादा बेनिफिट देने वाला है, और घर बैठे बैठे देने वाला है। सो इट्स रियली ग्रेट। और कुछ बात ऐसी है कि वापस से मैं एक बात रिपीट करना चाहता हूं कि ये जो वेबिनार है ये प्रेजेंटेड बाय ड्यूस्पेस है इन एसोसिएशन विथ संदीप फाउंडेशन, संदीप पॉलिटेक्निक। ओके, तो ये हो गई कुछ एंकरिंग वाली बातें। आई थिंक अब आप लोग बहुत ज्यादा क्यूरियस होंगे वेबिनार को स्टार्ट होने के लिए, वेबिनार कब स्टार्ट होगा ये सोच रहे हैं आप लोग। सो विदाउट वेस्टिंग मच टाइम आई वुड लाइक टू एंड माय सेशन हियर, एंकरिंग वाला। और अब हम थोड़ी देर में स्टार्ट करने वाले हैं वेबिनार विथ मिस्टर फैजूर रहमान। तो गाइस थोड़ी देर वेट कीजिए, अभी थोड़ी देर में ही मिस्टर फैजूर रहमान आपके साथ होंगे। थैंक यू सो मच।
Hear me, can you send me the message, because I'm still not sure that I'm talking to myself and I'm talking to you. Oh, that's amazing. Thank you so much, Shazia. Thank you so much, everyone. I really appreciate that everyone can hear me. So, so guys, as I told you, I'm working in design industry last 10 years, and it was kind of like a very very like a hard curve in my life when I begin into design. So like if you want to become a designer, or if you want to do like some creative stuff like a UX UI web design or app design, I will say, like, don't get confused so much, because in right now outside most of the people are confused because it's UX and the UI. So so I think if you want to do, you can do step by step, like as I did. Like, I began my career as a graphic designer, and then after this, like within a 1 year, I learned about little bit web stuff, and then change into the graphic and web designer, because I understand a little bit about web. And then I have done more than like a 4 year jobs into the graphic and web designer, where I was creating kind of like a websites and the mobile application. And then after this, when I found, like, oh, the graphic and the web design, it's not pretty enough for me, I need to do more. Then I start doing this study about the UI design. So where specifically I start designing the mobile applications, so we are Android, iOS kind of thing. And then after this, in 2017, there was a hot trend was going on about the, it was a big boom for the UX industry. And then I start doing the UX design. So I almost like worked more than 5 years as an official employee, as a graphic designer, UI designer, and the UX designer. And then after this, I found a one moment for me where I feel like, I think I should stop doing job, because I don't want that someone control me. And I don't want, like, I just always keep my creativity limited. So somehow in 2018, in the beginning, like, it was like a January, and I left my job, and after this, from that day I start my freelance business. And like, it's around like 2-3 years, and I run very successful business about design, and I help people. And I start helping people on my Instagram, on the YouTube, and telling them my story and teaching them. Because when we are learning, like example, you guys, you just, yeah, you have amazing opportunities, you have amazing career, and you have amazing beginning. So there's a, like, same was for me, and it was really hard for me, because that time I couldn't find any good resources. Everyone started to judging me. Everyone's saying to me, "Hey, Faz, you are not designer because you didn't pass out from the design school." So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And I know, as you are, guys, as you are guys, in this in IT things, and or maybe like a software engineering, or into the design industry. I think lots of people start talking about you and demotivating you. And I feel like, just listen your heart, don't listen anyone, because no one care about you. And just, you have to understand, no one is coming for you. No one. You are the alone person, and you have to go through from the whole life, or from the this struggle, or from this beginning, because you have to make sure that you have amazing ending, or within a few years you have amazing career or amazing skill set. So I think you must have to focus on those things, because like when you're doing a jobs into like industries, or when you're doing job in companies, and every single person trying to do lots of politics, and it's kind of like a demotivating thing. So I think you have to Hello, I'm back. You can hear me? Can you send me the message, anyone, or anyone have any questions about anything? Hello. Oh, yeah, that's awesome. Appreciate. So this is how, like, now I want to give you some advice about the career. If you wanna start your career into the design, or into the engineering, or into the software engineering, or whatever you choose, you know better than me. So I think what you have to do, like, most of the people trying to get every single thing within a one day, because no one have a time, right? And I think this is the biggest mistake. I think for me, as I'm understanding about the psychology, as I'm learning about the patterns, human resources patterns, and then I think, if you do focus on the one thing, I hope you can get more than doing multiple things. So I think the best way to get motivate from yourself, start spending time with yourself. It's the most important thing. So is starting asking questions like, hey, how can I do this, and what is a better way? And just start reflecting yourself every single day. Just like, if you don't have a job, or if you don't have nothing, I think before being an employee, just hire yourself. Because if you will hire yourself, might be there's a lots of opportunity for you, that you become more practical with your life. So, like, example, just say, let's say I don't have a job, and I'm hiring myself, and I'm making commitment that I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna do it right away. No one can stop me. So I think this is the best thing into the life. And this thing keep motivating you to do more and more and more and more. I think this is how I did, and I'm still doing. I'm still, like, I still hire myself. I'm still doing every single day the most heavy work. And being a creative director of my company, I spend more than 12 hours every single day with my computer, with my work, with my clients. And I enjoy it, because this is my passion. This is not someone is forcing me to do it. Hey, Faz, you have to do it. No, I have to do it because I love it. So, about, if you want to learn anything about UX on the UI, on the front end or back end, I think just keep focus. And the best way is over here, to make, like, to create a list and set up the milestone. So I think maybe you can do like, hey, within a 3 months, I'm gonna learn about three tools about design. So how it's going to be happen in 3 months? it's pretty simple, but you have to keep discipline. So like example, you say, hey, I'm going to learn about like a Photoshop first month, and I'm not going to focus any single thing. I'm just going to focus on the Photoshop just 1 month, doing practice, watching YouTube videos, doing some courses on Udemy. And then when the moment I feel like I'm comfortable with my Photoshop or with any kind of tool, then I'm gonna move on the second tool, then I'm gonna move on third tool. So I think this is a pretty good way. but but the problem is over here. Most of the people doing every single thing, which is maybe maybe unnecessary for that moment or for that time. So that's why I'm keeping one more, I'm adding one more element over here, that do whatever you want, but you must have a mastering in any single tool. So it doesn't matter you are working on Illustrator, it doesn't matter you are working HTML, CSS, jQuery, JavaScripting, or any kind of language, but you must have a mastering. Hey, I don't care about this thing. But I believe, and I'm pretty confident about this, that I can do every single thing inside the Photoshop. No one can stop me because I have mastering, I have that kind of experience. So it's really amazing to learn about lots of tools. It's really good, like really good, because always learn more is a good thing. But if you become a master in one thing, then it will gonna give you as it gonna give you more opportunity, and it's gonna solve your lots of problems. So I think, yeah, this is what I'm keep doing. Like, again, in the like, if I speak about myself, there's thousands of hundreds of tools about design, but I still feel that I'm a master in one thing, and no one can beat me over there. And like example, the Sketch or Figma tool, if you heard it about that, and I believe, I'm confident about that. And now I'm going to talk about the second thing, which is called confidence. I think I'm just repeating, that's why I thought I should talk about this. So whatever you do, right, I think passion is totally different attribute of the life, or attribute of your work. But there is a one more attribute, which is called confidence. The confidence is help you to make your own decisions, to not like depend it on the like other people. Might be a project manager, or might be your friend, or might be anyone. Because when you do design, right, or like when you do design, we understood very well that experience is really matter. And design also matter, but experience and functionality is more matter. It doesn't matter how beautiful website you have, but if it's not good functional, and it's not good user experience, your website is just a website, just is a symbol of paper. And the second thing is client is not paying for uh, you getting a money because client getting a money. So maybe it's a web for maybe it's a website, it's a just simple website for people. But you have to change your perspective. You're not designing a website, you are designing a business for the client. That's why you're getting paid, right? That's the reason you're getting paid. So when the moment you start feeling those things, then you will start play you will start play more. Then you will start put so much confidence over there, because again, there is lots of thing going on in the market. If you go search on Google, like the flow and this flow and the UX flow, and people got confused, and people got stuck over there because they think this is called UX. No, this is not called UX. There's a lots of charts in the market. That's not UX. That's a framework which is designed for individual company to solve their problem, right? So if you can say, like, there's a a defining experience, and the UI design, and the front end. This is kind of framework they design. I think the simple methodology about learning and doing experiment, or building up confidence while you're doing design, I think The simple methodology is here, like you just simply say like which is called I'm just getting that word, so it's called yes. So what you can do, you can directly build something, whatever you want to build, or you're doing a business, and then after this you can test whatever you did, right? Example, you creating a you created website, and then you test, and you can see how many mistakes you have done, or how it's going, what is the CRO, how much it's conversion you're getting, and this and that. And then you can repeat. And I think this is a simple methodology, because you might have to understand one thing, that every single person is a UX designer. The thing is, we all are learning from the experiences. So if a person is learning from the experiences, he is experienced designer. Even your mom is experienced designer, experienced person. Maybe not designer because she is not fit into that thing, but she's an experienced person. So this is how we call a user experience. So a person who coming from the experience profile, a person who's doing a lots, who have done lots of work in the similar kind of industry, like a design or something, or car or whatever, and we call experienced designer. There is a not like any kind of like a wand and magic, like, oh man, this is a UX designer. No, this is, we all are same. So guys, I think it was like a 15 minutes, but I speak around 40 minutes. So so in the last 5 minutes, if you have any questions, you can ask to me in the chat, and I love to reply your all answers. So like, let's start a small Q&A, and if you have any related question about design, coding, front end, you can just ask me in the chat. Yeah, it's going good. Keep motivating. So yeah, I think like, this is my personal experiences, which I always love to share with the people. Like, uh, the it's like, if you think about design, if you think about the creative life kind of like challenging, like, but I will come back to this. So how to start a UX and UI design? It's pretty simple. The first of all, you have to understand the biggest thing, with the biggest question out, like, the biggest missing point, which is called, what is a different, like, what is mean of the UX and the UI, because both are very different things. So now I give you a little bit context about this, how you can start both things at the same time, or what's the difference between this, according to my knowledge or my experience. So the first thing, it's a pretty standard. UI stand for the user interface, and the UX stand for the UX, user experience designer. But the difference between both things, like, most of, like, in the UI, people always just focus on the designing interface, designing the website, designing mobile applications, or whatever, so on, visuals, design system, kind of like this. And the UX design, we focus on the improving the products, improving the experience, and like, there will be a usability, readability, like, kind of like a things which can improve their people life, and people can easily use this software or application, whatever, because end of the day, we are improving the products. It's called UX. Okay. And by doing this, we have like a more sales, or we have a more like a conversion, and people really enjoying design with the experience. So this is simple and that thing. But if you want to learn about the UX and the UI, both together, maybe in the beginning it's not possible. You have to keep one focus on the one thing. Either you go on the research side, which is called more UX, and either you can go in the UI side. But how you can start both things together? So it will take little bit time. Yes, Sunita. So So both things is, as I told you before, both things stand for the UX and the UI. UX is the for user interface, and the user experience is UX. So in a UX, we mostly doing research and we improving the experience to having a, like a great result and having a great experience into like while we are using any types of products, right? So example, Facebook. But and also you have to understand in the UX, like you have to learn about the human patterns. So human patterns, kind of like example, if we use e-commerce today, right? So we don't, anyone don't need to tell us how to use a e-commerce website, right? Because it's a pretty defined patterns. It's called human centric design, right? Like something you're designing for the end user, which actually user knows something. So like example, nowadays like dating website, e-commerce website, social website, every single patterns exist, right? So now the question is, I'm going to finish this question in just like a 20 second, and then I'm coming on this one. So you can hear my voice again, guys? You can hear my voice? Anyone? So someone is asking that I cannot hear your voice. uh so just please send, please guys, can you message me, or can you send a message in the public chat if you can hear me? Yeah, amazing. So 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 if you want to learn both things together, so what you can do, you can start from the one thing, like you maybe you can start with the UI design. Okay, so in the beginning, when you're doing a UI design, or you're doing a web design, or you're doing any kind of design, you're just doing design, nothing else you're doing, right? But how the user experience journey begin, when the moment you feel, oh, I'm pretty confident about this and I can do it. And after this, what you can do, you can just you can, when you're creating something, you start asking questions. you know hey, I'm defining this button, should I define this button over here or not? It's a pretty good idea or not? So it's kind of like a, like one more baby step for the UX things. So this is how, when the moment you're starting questions, when you're starting define a design, purposeful design, and like a logical design, who speak about your audience, who care about, like users, that moment you just begin into the UX design. I think this is a simplest things, because in the design we are just defining things, but when the moment we calling about you, when the moment we calling UX and the UI design, we mostly like focusing on the all user experience. I hope it may sound, I hope you understand what I'm saying. So let's move to the next questions. Hmm, how much time to, so again, the simple answer, Samit, you will die, but it's not gonna over. You always need experience, and the no one is master. Even either I'm not master. I understood the business, I understood design, I understood the psychology, I understood the methodology behind the scene. So this is how do I, what do you think? I'm not learning, I'm learning every single day from my experiences, from work, from my clients, from my mistakes. But I'm accountable person. I'm counting every single thing what I'm doing. So I think this make me a perfect or whatever. Like it is something there, right? So uh, if you like, if you think like a master, like mastering, like become a master or something, like become an experienced person, then the master. So but if you like to listen the answer about the mastering, it take around 2 to 3 years, well, like to having a great experience. But it totally depend on you, because you know better than me. And if you do hard work, or if you do smart work, if you are kind of like a person who's doing like a many projects, as they you can, let's say you design the 5 applications, uh, five application within a year, you have a great experience about the iOS or about disciplines, and this is pretty easy. Yeah. And any other question is coming? Yes, I think this is an interesting question, which is asking about like how to design user friendly experience. So the thing I told you in the beginning, why people, why Google or why any other company, Airbnb or Facebook, well, they are so much successful to building a great product and having an amazing audience, which is kind of like a very broad level, because they understood and they become successful to learn about the human patterns, you know. So when the moment you are working on the products and you understood very well the psychology and behind the software, or why are you building this software, who are the users who gonna use this software, then you start understanding about the patterns, the behavior. So let's give you the one example. If you go on YouTube, you watch any video, just any one and two video, it should be same. Okay, and after this, when the moment you will refresh, the algorithm it designed in the way it will show you what you like most. Even the same thing with the Netflix. So they just showing you what you want. They're not doing nothing. They're just learning from you. They're collecting data from you, and then they're showing you what you want. And this is where the opportunity comes. This is where the businesses come. So actually, I have no problem with that. It's your problem, man. So uh, this is where, like, again, so this is how you can do. Yeah, so if you're creating a website or medical things or something, you can simply, you can learn about the users, and then this is how you can build up a great product. Otherwise, you know, if you call UX UI design or whatever design, and you're just doing designing without having a without you know, like doing research on having experience what your user want, so it's not going to be a like successful product. Yeah, so design system, it's a big topic, it's a very broad topic, but we're going to talk about this thing, and this is the last question, and then out then I hopefully. So the first thing I want to talk about, like one thing about design system. If you are trying to build a design system for the startup or for the company which does not exist, or they're going to, like, you know, like something is about to come, I think I will not recommend you to build a design system, because for design system you have lots of research about this, and and after this, like, design system is fit for the company who have a multiple products going on. It's not fit for the individual products. Maybe like thousands of millions of features going inside the product. So for design system, what you can do, the first step you can learn about the UI patterns, okay, which is called, like, maybe you can how to create nav bar, how to create footer, how to create sections, how to create you know, checklists, and that. So after this, after learning about this, there's a lots of sources, like example material design, and maybe you can see the Airbnb design, and then after then you can start learning about disciplines. Like, then the discipline is a combination of you can say design, principle, and the discipline. Okay, and and there's a lots of more. So then you start designing things according to the, like, you know, according to the user. So the best example, you can go on the Google material design, which is, you can search Google material design system, and you can learn from this, and you can learn about lots of accessibility, typographies, scaling, and grade, and so on, too many things. So I think end of the day, design system is kind of like a library set where you have lots of patterns, build it inside the website, which is like a very consistent with every single thing. Like example, the typography is the same size. There is a icons, you just you just creating 24 pixel or 20 pixel icon. Yeah. So any guys, so thank you so much. I have to leave now, and it was amazing, amazing time to spend with you, and I hope we learn each other a lot today, and best of luck for your great future, and just do it. Just do it, guys. Just last thing, I will just make sure, I just want to say, like, just don't even, like, if your project manager say, or if someone say you are the bullshit person, you are not. You have to believe on yourself, because there's no one who can judge you. You are the most perfect person. You are the most perfect person. And the second thing, just keep remember, no one is coming to you. You are alone, and you have to go all the way. That's it, nothing else. And just do everyday hard work, good work, meaningful work, and just make yourself accountable. What you have a 24 hours, and what you have done. Because maybe there is a different in the rich people on the poor people, okay, but there's a one thing is not different between between rich people, which is called time, because everyone got 24 hours in the day. So just make sure what you're going to do in 24 hours. You're going to make your life better, and you're going to make your life, you understand. So yeah, Madan, you can check out the material designer. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys, and see you, I hopefully second time. And you can follow me on Instagram. I hope you have you can search Faizur Rehaman, and you can follow me, and if you have any question, you can ask to me. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye bye.
Okay, that was really wonderful session. Thank you so much, Mr. Faizur Rahman. आई रियली होप गाइस कि ये जो सेशन था हमारा पहला सेशन वो बहुत ज्यादा इंटरेस्टिंग था लाइक आई नो इट वाज लाइक कि बिगनिंग लेवल से स्टार्ट हुआ बट यस हमें वही चाहिए था कि पहले हम बिगनिंग लेवल से स्टार्ट करते हैं थोड़ा सा इंटरेस्ट बिल्डअप करते हैं अबाउट यूआई एंड यूएक्स जो मिस्टर फैजुर रहमान ने बहुत अच्छे से किया सो थैंक यू सो मच सर फॉर बीइंग सो इंफॉर्मेटिव फॉर अस Okay, तो मैं फिर से एक बार रिपीट करना चाहता हूँ that this webinar is presented by the Divspace in association with Sandeep Foundation and Sandeep Polytechnic. Okay, तो अब बारी है हमारे अगले स्टार की. हमारे अगले स्टार मतलब मिस्टर कार्तिक मिश्रा. मैं जब ये नाम ले रहा हूँ ना मुझे बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है because it sounds really good. No, I am also Ujjwal Mishra and मेरा भाई कार्तिक मिश्रा. Okay, so jokes apart, मैंने इंट्रो आप लोगों को पहले ही दे दिया है कि कार्तिक मिश्रा क्या करते हैं और वो किस चीज में एक्सपर्ट हैं तो मैं वापस से वो रिपीट नहीं करूंगा सो विदाउट वेस्टिंग मच टाइम लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड आवर सेकंड सेशन विद मिस्टर कार्तिक मिश्रा थैंक यू
So, first of all, I'd like to ask all of you to clap for yourself because you are doing something great here and not wasting your time anywhere. So, I'd like to like literally आप लोगों ने clap करना चाहिए like this. Might be आप लोगों के पास आवाज आ रहा होगा. So I want you to clap for yourself, and it will bring energy in you, so that we can continue till 1 hour, next 1 hour. And yes, so first of all, हम पहले मैं जानना चाहता हूँ कि why we are here. Can I get any comments like क्या what is your expectation from this session? I want to learn a bit what is UI UX and how I can make a career in it. So only one comment or two if I can get. So okay, so even if okay, so I'll set the expectation. I'll set the right expectation. What we are going to do here, ki first we'll learn what is UI and UX, like till the deep. From the daily life examples, we'll learn what is UI and UX, what is the difference between UI UX, and then what is product building. So it comes under all what is UI UX, Then we will come to the process, how exactly we build a product or how exactly we do the designing part. And then after that we will be moving to a demo project. That is a surprise, I'll not reveal the project name right now. And in that project itself we will going to do a activity, and after that activity will come to the future scope. What industry expects from you, or what is the demand for UI UX developers in the industry, and what is the salary and all those things, what skills you need to become a UI UX developer designer. And after that, books and resources, that will be a screenshot time for you. And after that, the inspirations, where how I like whom I admire the most. And so we'll come to that as well, and the question and answer session will be there, so you can ask me whatever question if you have. So moving on to it, first thing first, what is UI and UX? Okay, so I'm getting a comment. Okay, to learn something UI UX, how to make career in UI UX, to learn something new. Okay, fine. So I'd like to get answer for this question first. What is UI and UX? Okay, fine. So skipping the question answers. So I'll explain what is exactly the UI UX, and as Faizur has explained it very well, and I'll repeat some part of it as well. UI UX is nothing but the UI and UX. See the common thing. We all are user for many things. We are user. So so are you able to see the screen? Oh, okay. Now I guess able to see the screen. So really sorry. Again, I'll take it. Okay. So I guess okay. Okay. So this is my screen. I guess I'm right now. I'm able to see it, right? So this was okay. So yes, Akshay Pat is saying that this is the right layout. Okay. Really sorry, I wasn't able to see if I'm able to show it or not. So yeah. So this was the first screen. Then this was the second screen where I said you to clap for yourself, and then this was the third. Why are we here? And this was the fourth one. This is an important one where I said all the processes that we are, all the content that we are going to take this in this session. And after that, this is where we are right now. So what is UI and UX? So I was explaining, we all are users. Whatever thing we use, we become a user for that. Like if you say, if many of us may be having a water bottle with us, so we are using that water bottle, right? So we are the user of that water bottle. So this is the whole concept of UI and UX. If you talk both in a at the same time, we'll move to second question, that what is the difference between UI and UX? So okay, I would have like I wanted to ask this question. I wanted to ask this question directly, but as we are on the webinar, so it's pretty much getting late. So it's fine. But I'll explain. Okay. So I have this water bottle. I'll move this to my screen. Okay. Getting lots of comments here. Yeah, right. So this is a water bottle I have. If you guys can see it. So the how it looks is its UI, and how it is experienced. Like when I open this, it has some kind of voice noise. I mean, so and again it has some kind of difficulties while opening it. So and again I'm facing some difficulties when I'm trying to like close it. So sometimes it gets stuck again, like it gets stuck. So this is the difference between UI and UX. And again, usability also comes in it, but for now, if we are into beginner stage, so it is what we can understand. As well as we can take an example of your anything, like whatever we use. It may be your bag, what we use for carrying things, and laptop or books, the students. So for when we use bags, so it what we see, it has different kind of colors into it, and then it gives some kind of experience. Even watches, if you see, and watches are a best example of experience. So it gives some kind of experience that the user feels. It is user experience, and colors and looks is what UI. But um, you let it be. I'm getting so more into deep, but it's not the right way to do it. Okay, fine. So you can read this. UX design determines how the interface works and how people interact with it, and UI design creates an interface look and feel. That is what I was talking about. So we'll move further. So we'll take the example of Instagram. Okay. Okay, I'm unable to show a different screen. If I How can I show that? Okay. If you open the Instagram app, so in the Instagram, when where like you may be seeing the search buttons, and the bottom, at the bottom part you can see search, home, symbol, and plus sign, and a heart sign, and your avatar may be there. So how it feels like when you click on something. So what it feels like, that is what experience gives, as well as how it comes in a pop-up way. So that is what experience here. And what colors do Instagram use? Like when you click on the when you like something, it gives a red colored heart shape, it comes. So this is what UI is there. So this is a basic difference between UI and UX. I hope you might have it and got. Okay. So fine. So it's done. Yeah. So again, I'll come back to it. So I hope uh, I might have given some light on the difference between UI and UX. And if you want to get into more detail, you yourself have to study it, because I had studied it quite well so that I can understand it. So now we'll come to the process. What exactly the process is, like how to design anything. If you want to design, let's say if you want to um, do do a painting, or if you want to draw something, you need to understand these things. But it happens automatically in our mind. So first thing is we empathize. What empathize means that we have to understand, like in empathy, like we have to understand what are the needs of the user and what is the user story. Then we need to do the market analysis for that, and then we have to define, like first is research. You do the assumption and research part. Okay, my user is going to like if you take the Instagram example again, that my user uh, wants to, like my user is a young audience. That is what user persona is known as. And what is his story? He is using his phone, and he is going to college, and so this is what his story is. So you do the market results, how many people use mobile phones every day and how much time they use. So this is what market analysis is. And then you define, okay, and you need to, this was the assumption, and again you need to define it again. You need to take user interviews and surveys. You might have appeared for some surveys, so which ask many things, okay, this. So you are user for them right now if you are giving the survey. And you need to do the competitor analysis. Who are the players playing now? So what challenges are they solving right now, and what we can do it, what we can do the better from them. And then we ideate it. What ideation means, we do the user flow information architecture. That means sitemap and low fidelity sketches. I know it is like it may be going to maybe going as bounces to some of you, and but you will understand it in further slides. And then we prototype it. That like ideation means we do the wireframing. Like wire is only sketching part. That is what ideation means. And prototype, that means we fill the colors into it and we make it clickable. And after that we validate it by using user testing, by giving it to the actual user. That you might have known, like you might know the beta versions. आप लोगों ने देखा होगा कि बीटा वर्जन कैसे हम लोग यूज करते हैं, सो दैट कि उसको आगे जा करके वो और बेटर कर पाए. So that is why the beta version is there, and again they iterate it and they come with a proper working product. So this was the process part here. And if you guys want to become a good designer, then this is the, what we can say, this is for you. To be a great designer, you need to look a little deeper into how people think and act. So if you don't understand how people think and how they act, you cannot become a good designer. Like you can, like I'm not discouraging you, but this is a foremost skill that you need. That you need to empathize with them, what they think, what they feel, will. Okay. So how products are born. So this is all part of UI UX only. Because if you will not understand how products are born, you cannot design anything. So you need to understand what is the basic idea of that product. Like you need, there are two things, need and want. I want to take you to a example where, think, like there are three kinds of host when जैसे कि अगर आपने देखा होगा कि कोई घर पे अगर मेहमान आने वाला होता है, सो क्या करते हैं लोग, लोग उनके लिए कुछ अगर हमको डिश बनानी है, दे आर कमिंग फॉर द डिनर, सो व्हाट वी डू इज वी, कुछ तीन काइंड ऑफ लोग होते हैं, थ्री काइंड ऑफ पीपल आर देयर. सो फर्स्ट होस्ट माइट डू कि दे विल cook dish by assuming कि where, from where they belong to, and what might they love to eat, and they cook the food according to their assumptions. Second one does it based on they might directly ask them, okay, what you might love to eat for the dinner, or they might ask someone who is related to them, okay, what do they like. And so, and the third one, they don't ask and they don't assume even, they just cook whatever they feel like to, whatever they like to eat, so that if they go, if they, अगर वो लोग चले जाए तो ये लोगों के लिए कोई इशू ना हो, ये लोग खुद खा सकते हैं. So that is what, this is the three kind of designers, or you can say the people here. So you need to understand what are the needs. So what is the need? And there is difference between need and want. So need is that we like essential for us. And want is okay, okay, luxury it comes in want, but need, it is necessity of life. Like nowadays, even in corona, we have left the wants, whatever we used to, like we wanted to buy as it is not open, so still, but people are trying to reduce their cost by only focusing on their essential needs and not going for something luxury right now. So this will be an help to understand you better. So yeah, so now let's get to some real actions. So far I was just get bombarding you with my uh, this thing. So okay, we will design a job finder app. I would like to ask, what this is. Okay. I'm seeing the comment right now. Okay, fine. I want to ask this question that how many, let it be, okay, we will not going to be, I'll not ask the question first, but we will get into it. So job finder app, and wait, I'll just, now I want to share the screen. Okay, so you need to stop sharing. Okay, stop sharing. Hmm. So this is an example job finder app. Like this will be the end product completely when they will be able to design it after the end. So my role was like, it is not mine, but I've taken it from a great designer from Behance. And so his role was research, wireframe, user flow, UI UX design, and style guide. So this was his role. Now, the project overview, as designers, we need our workplace to fit certain criteria, because design work is creative process. Each one of us has their own very own preferences. So it is basically that the application is for designers, and he's saying that uh, every designer has different kind of his criteria, so that I'll be taking this job or not. So that was a project overview, and this is exactly what I said: empathize, create, prototype, validate, creating user persona, user stories, market analysis, user interviews, surveys, and I just repeated it. So, what user survey was, for our research process, we decided to do interview and survey to better got to know what our users need. Surveys are a great first look at the customer environment because they provide quantitative data. So, as Faizur was also saying that that people use data, people use your things, your experience, and then they design the products accordingly. So that is what these people also have done here. So they took 40 people survey. And okay, here I want to take an activity here so that we can understand, uh, so that you can understand what exactly empathizes means. So can you write, like, I'll come back to, I have to do. Okay, so this is the activity. List 5 to 10 pain points or features you would like to see in an application when looking for a job. So some of you might be going for becoming an entrepreneur. Till the time I'm talking, please write it down. So some of you might be going for becoming an entrepreneur, or hosting your self business, or some of you might go for a job. So but even an entrepreneur needs to see what you need to see in your employee so that you will hire him. Even I faced that, and so I'll explain my journey afterwards. And so both of you need to understand the pain point of an employee, or what he needs to see when he's going for applying for an online application for a job. We have 52. They understood is, when applying for the job online, how do you prefer to apply? That was the first question. So people say fast, calm, and detailed. So they some of 51% of them were saying that we can, like, we want to fill all the details and then complete it. Some of them were like in a hurry, that okay, we don't want to fill all those details, just want to fill the form. And both, and some of them were not never applied for a job. So yeah. And as well as the next question was, do you apply for one role or multiple different roles, so that they can understand how to set the screens. Okay, so this was their understanding. As well as okay, the most important findings from the interviews were, all the users want to see their salary details on the job. How many, like, I can't get your answers, but still you can answer yourself. How many of you want to see the salary details of your job, the next job? So yeah. And the next is, user trust listings posted by a company more than recruiter. Yeah, that is also true. And okay, they want to get the more information of the company and culture and employees. Okay, and the third one was, mid to senior level users like to browse first to get a, like, some of them were interested in browsing many company profiles. So where to choose, whom to choose. Then they came to competitor analysis. To design the perfect experience, we took a closer look at the competition and the design approach. This is the foremost important thing while designing a product, while going into an entrepreneurship. Uh, that you need to understand your competitors first. Is, are they solving those problems, which, like, what are the problems you are solving? If you both are solving the same kind of problems, but still you need to be better than that. So even I have faced this, and my first startup was a business directory. So I stopped that thing, because I came to know that there are many competitors, as well as Google was the biggest competitor for me. So I stopped that within 2 to 3 months. So before that was my experience, that was my learning, that you should understand what there is already existing in market, so that you will be able to make less mistakes. But obviously you can go for making mistakes, then only you'll learn. So this was their understanding. Okay. So this was a style guide. Because why did they choose this font? Because they want to give a clear, like very minimalistic approach. Because designers, modern designers love minimalistic approach, and that is why this was the Gilroy font was used, and these were the colors, very minimalistic and soothing colors were there. After defining colors and doing the competitor analysis, then we come to user flow, sitemap or wireframe. Wireframe will come to the wireframe, but how user will flow from 1 to 2 to 3 screens. So it was like that. So this I liked so much that from vacancy page you can see different companies, and then if you like one company, you can choose to take a preview of that, and after that you can apply step by step, or you can apply quickly. So that they derived it from their survey, that some few people said we want to move faster, and few people said that we want to move it like with details. So for detailed people this was there, and for fast going people this was the approach for them. And yes, and this is the wireframe, how the wireframe looks like. So it is black and white screens these are, and so that designers can make changes, make iterations before going into full prototype or full designing. So this is the wireframes. These are different screens they designed, and this is the final product what they designed using this wireframes and this flow and these colors and these understandings. So they came to this part. Okay, they need filtration parts, they need minimalistic approach, the colors. So after that, straight to the point, who want fast, who want to go fast for them, as well as then the overview, like how many applications you have made so far, as well as quick search. So this is another example of UX and usability here, and price, how much salary they are going to provide, and location, all those things with it. So this is an amazingly created case study as well as design. So we'll come back to our point. Okay. And the most awaited section, I think, uh, was future scope and industry demand. What industry exactly wants from you people, uh, as well as we'll come back to it. First, you must have these skills. Then only you will be able to succeed. Like learner mindset. Every time you have to learn something. Okay, every time there is a different kind of learning here, and then problem solving approach, you need creativity, obviously we need, and we need to have great ears to become a good listener. So because what people say is different, and what is in their mind is different. So this is what we need to be a good listener, so that we can remember, because at the time of speaking we don't get what they are trying to say. So you need to be a good catcher. So you need to catch things nicely, and after that you need to have a great eye, which can be developed after like giving more time to it, which I developed, not even developed yet. So I'm trying to develop it so far. So you need to give attention to details, aesthetics, and critic skills. So you should critic your work as well as others' work, but not directly. You need to understand why it is a issue in the design, and then communication skills. When you are when you are going for a job, you need to convey your thoughts to your seniors or juniors, why you did that, or even if you are an entrepreneur, you need to convey how your designs are better for your client's success. So that is what communication skills comes here. And so all the skills are very much important, like empathy is first and foremost thing that a designer needs, that he need to understand what other people are feeling. So that is another major important thing. And intuition, courage to fail, this is this is I can't say you'll understand it when you'll practice it. And then you need to understand the tools, softwares, data skills, and storytelling skills, and fast learner. That is it. So yeah, coming to the salary part of the designers, as in India, when you start, it might range from 1 lakh rupees. Sorry, I missed. So it is LK here. It shouldn't have it been K here. So like this. So 12 lakh rupees, like 1 lakh rupees per month when you are doing good job. And when you are doing extremely well, like uh, you are into product designing, and like big companies pay up to this much of amount per annum, or even more than that. And when you go for a global level, then you will find like these much of options. So salary is not a big issue here, but you need to understand, and you should be in a learning mindset always. So where to find the jobs? But first I'll explain you why you can choose the UX as a career. So there are like nowadays, um, everyone is going online business, as COVID happened, and many businesses are shifted online. So even now we are doing it online, either we have at get into a direct dealing. But so this is what the change is going to happen. And there is a great demand for UX designers, UI and UX designers, good designers. So this is an obvious answer that why UX and UI is in great demand right now. And also one thing is that if you invest $1 in your UX or UI, you will get back $2, or like more than that, from $2 to $100. Because if the experience is enhanced, you will surely achieve, like the business is going to achieve their goals, so that it will get in return multiple in multiples. So this is the second. And now the as Faiz also said that uh, nowadays companies are becoming more design centric. Like you can see Apple, you can see Nike, and you can see the Coca-Cola brand, or new companies are getting more into design oriented approach, so that they can look like they can make them their identity more better, more unique from the others. And then if you have creativity, then this is an good, not the good, but I'm not getting the right word for that, extremely well industry for you. And you will be ending up with enhancing the enjoyment for people when they are going to use the devices. So yeah, coming to the where to find the jobs, that you can find the job on angel.co, you can find the job on linkedin.com. Then Dribble has its own platform where you can find jobs, or like direct jobs. Then Behance is there. It is an amazing platform for designers, as well as indeed.com. You'll find jobs over there, and Upwork, you'll find the remote jobs over there. But in India, there is a scenario like you will find more jobs in Bangalore, because there are more startups in Bangalore, so you will find more jobs in Bangalore. And LinkedIn is the biggest platform where you can see how many openings are there, so you will find over there. Now, the in my success, or not the success, but so far whatever I've learned, is inspiration plays a major role here. That you need to check every day. These sites you need to go visit every day. From Behance, Musli is there, Dribble is there, awards. Like these two are the most important ones. And awards is also an amazing website. And One Page Love, I love it. And so Product Hunt has every day there are like 20 new products, new websites coming over there, so that you can understand uh, what is product designing and development, how it looks like an end product. So, and then Collect UI is there, so you can understand, you can like they provide previously collected data of different companies. So you can take the screenshot. I'll wait for 5 seconds. Okay, fine. So the next one is this one. Instagram is the new university for creatives and young designers. So I missed the S here. But Instagram, you'll find many of the Behance or uh, Dribble designers on Instagram, and like almost all of them are there. Even the Faiz is on Instagram, and he has having 30K of following, and he's an amazing. He's doing amazing work over there. So you'll find as what they are doing is they want to grow their following, as well as they want to preach what they have learned so far. So they are giving almost everything they have learned so far. And how am I came to know? Because even I am doing it, and I'm doing it on LinkedIn. But so uh, you can learn many things from Instagram. You should learn from Instagram, and after that, as I said, there are many people on Instagram, but I personally admire these two. And like there are many, even I admire more than these two people, but I can't like I can't put all of them here. So he is an amazing personality, and you can visit his YouTube channel, where he's doing amazing stuff for creative people. And for that also, like he is not charging for that, and luckily. So please go and support and learn from him. That will be the biggest support for Chris Do here, legendary Chris Do. And then the Ransagal is there. Ransagal is an amazing designer. He designs website on Webflow, and he teaches all of those things. Even he is on Instagram and YouTube as well. So you can learn from these two people, and many people are there. So yes, and then the books for designers. So these are like mostly recommended books for designers. That if you want to learn UX, this is there. Even most of them are for UX designs. And so because UI you can learn from inspirations, but UX you can't learn from inspiration. You can learn from here, and then you can see how it is being applied from the inspiration part. So again, take the screenshot. Okay. So after that, it's it was a good session for me. till now, and you can connect with me on these three platforms. Like, this is my website, this is my our Instagram handle, and this is on. I'm more active on LinkedIn. You can connect with me on LinkedIn. So now I can take question and answer session. Okay. So I have something for entrepreneurs here. So how entrepreneurs can succeed, because I'm seeing many people have commented that we want to grow our business here, freelance business. So um, yeah, how I actually started is, I started as a website designer, and I wasn't knowing what UI UX is all about, but I started just like I used to do cold calling to the nearby people only in India, and used to get website designing projects for schools and coaching classes, or small business owners from. So, but I wasn't getting satisfied with that, because it was just something I was doing. So after that, I found मैं मेरे mentor से मिला. So he's an amazing personality, and he told me about, okay, what is UI and what is UX, and he showed me the right direction from where I can get to know about all these things. He only introduced me to the Chris Do. His name is Shubham Agrawal. So he is in the comment section here. So he is commenting role, place, and salary. Yeah. Okay, so I can't cover all these things, but yeah, but okay. So I'll cover most of the part. So he introduced me to what UI and UX is all about, and from there I learned from the resources, and uh, how to make profit out of it. That you need to understand businesses better and users better, so that you can ask that much of salary, not the salary, but that, if I'm talking about entrepreneurs, that much of amount of money which you're going to create for that business. Like, if you understand what the whole requirement is, then surely you will get the job, you'll get the task for you. And once you got the task, uh, you need to explain him that you have this kind of value, and what he will get in return when he is going to associate with you. So, and there are many things that you can, like, how to find jobs, and how to get the task for entrepreneurs. So that is another part. We'll take it some another time. You can do content marketing, right? So you can get jobs from doing content marketing on LinkedIn, or you can go on Instagram. You can teach whatever you have learned so far, so you will get jobs from there definitely. Okay. So this was how to earn profit from there. Like, you can earn by teaching, by doing the job. Both ways you can do, but how will do teaching? Okay. So you will first you need to apply, understand, and apply. Okay. He's saying how much to charge for beginners. For the first or second projects, you can take whatever you would like whatever the business owner is going to give, because first you need to understand what it is all about, and you need to get him the success. Once he get the success, you have a success story for that, and then you can ask from the similar business owners, okay, I have got this success for this person, and I can get that much for you as well. So, and accordingly you can charge to the new the upcoming projects. So any comments or any questions? UI UX, but it might range, like it for UI UX. It depends on the screens, and when you go for the screens, you can charge from, if you're a beginner level, it can be like it can be uh, 1,000 2,000 rupees per screen to 6,000 7,000 rupees per screen. So it depends on your communication skills, how well you can communicate. Yes, thank you so much for your attention. And even if you like to, like, you can connect here as well, and I'll be happy to answer you.